So I want to begin this introduction to this class, Chem 1. I think some of you have not had this course in a long time, or maybe it's been your first exposure to chemistry. But I want to begin by just trying to define the subject or the discipline. So let me begin by showing a guy, or it could be a woman, but we'll just make it a guy. And he has 5 senses. Okay. Does anybody, or can anybody tell me what some of those senses are? Taste. Okay, we're not going to taste anything in the lab. Okay, so no tasting, but that is a sense. Okay, so taste.
Sight.
Taste, you know, if it's sour, sweet. Yeah. Sight, touch. Okay, sight. So sight. Okay, this is orange. This looks like Kali, a tattoo. Okay, and it's green. This is red. Okay, the sky is blue. Okay, what do you see? White powder, white solid, yellow crystals. Okay, what we actually say in chemistry terms. So taste, sight, heard one more. Touch, I think I heard touch. Who said touch? Touch is one. Okay, this is smooth. This is rough. This is porous. This is, grainy. Okay, touch. A smell. Okay. Smell is definitely one. So in the lab, one thing, we're not going to taste anything. Okay. But we can smell. So when we smell in a lab, in a chemistry lab or any lab, okay, it's going to be like this. Okay, it's a waft. It's not. Okay, we're not going to do that. It's just a gentle whiff. Okay, so that is smell, and it could smell, nice. It could smell pungent. It could smell nasty. It could smell whatever the descriptions. Okay, the properties. And then there's one more. Hearing is one of those senses. Okay, so in chemistry, some reactions are very loud. Okay, some reactions explode. Some reactions you won't even know happened, but it happens. Like, taking a piece of iron and letting it get exposed to the oxygen in the air, letting it sit out. It's going to turn red and it's going to rust. You don't really hear anything. I guess you can see it. Okay, we don't want to taste it. It doesn't smell anything. If you touch it, it's going to be like very rough surface texture. All right, so these are the 5 senses. So that's very good. I think you guys did a very nice job. What do we do as this individual engages or utilizes his senses? Okay, what does he utilize his senses on? Environment is a good answer, but my friend, we're taking a chemistry course. So instead of environment, we'll call it matter. Okay, matter. Okay. So you are matter, I am matter, this pen is matter, right? The galaxies are matter, the planet is matter, air is matter, the atom is matter. Okay, everything is matter. Okay? Yes, even me. Okay? So, but, chemists like to divide. They divide, they divide, and they divide some more. And they kind of divide matter into 3 basic, items or substances. Okay, have you heard of solids, liquids, and gas? Okay. Okay, solids. You know what a solid is, right? This is a solid. Okay, this is a solid. It doesn't have to be hard. Even butter, which is waxy, is a solid. You know, piece of cake is a solid. The way I cook it, probably it will be a solid. And so that's a solid. So that's one arrangement of matter. Okay, what about a liquid? Okay, liquids tend to, as a piece of matter, tend to take the shape of the container. I can pour this into this, and it will take the shape of this, right? And this liquid here, if I were to describe it or if I were to observe it, okay, remember we're gonna use all our five senses here. I can describe this as colorless, right? I can describe this as odorless. Okay, I can describe how viscous it is. Do you know viscous? Okay, it's not like syrup, but it just flows. Okay, it just flows nicely. Okay, so that's how the arrangement is for liquids. Okay, that arrangement of matter. Okay, what about gas? Okay, how is a gas? The particles of a gas. Okay. Everyone, take a deep breath in. Relax. Okay, inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So when you inhale, you're inhaling a gas. Okay, oxygen. When you exhale, you're exhaling a gas. Okay, it's CO2, carbon dioxide, okay, through our lungs. So that's a state of matter which we cannot see. Okay, we can see this. We can see this. Maybe we cannot see the gas because the particles are not visible to us. But it is a state of matter. So we use all our five senses to talk about this, to observe. Okay, this is a key word in chemistry. Observe. Okay, observations. Okay, what are we observing? Matter. But more specifically, we are observing properties of matter. Properties. So these properties, we'll talk more about them specifically. They could be physical properties. Okay, this is rough, this is smooth. Okay, this is, has a different texture. They could be chemical properties. Oh, this reacts with acid. Oh, this will blow up when it's exposed to the air. Okay. Oh, this will react violently with water. Those are some chemical properties, but they can also be innate properties of the matter, physical properties. This is all done through our observations. This is all done through these five senses. So chemistry, just like biology maybe more so than biology, you really have to engage. So in the lab, you want to do you don't want to taste anything. Again, please don't put anything in your mouth. But you want to try to look at these senses when you're observing whatever it is you're observing in the lab. So I think chemistry would be a lot more popular if it was just this. But remember what I said. Okay, we are dividing. So we can divide these solids, liquids, and gases into molecules and compounds. And this is something you cannot see. You see, this is observable. This is something you can see, you can touch, you can feel. Okay, you can, smell if there's a smell. Okay, but these states of matter are composed of molecules and compounds, which you cannot see. You cannot see a gas, but you can detect a gas. Okay, you can detect a gas. But all of these are composed of molecules and compounds. We can break it up even further. These molecules and compounds are composed of atoms and elements. Okay? You know that periodic table, which everyone should have a copy of the periodic table. You can use that on your test. We never memorize it. I'll never make anybody memorize the periodic table. We'll talk about that. But what you see in those little boxes is an element. That's what you see, an element. If you look up there, inside those boxes is an element. And what is the element composed of? Let's say an element of iron. The element of iron is composed of iron atoms. Okay. So these, which we can, macroscopic, we can see and feel and touch and describe, is really composed of this, which are two or more elements combined together. Which in fact is composed of elements, which is basically a bunch of atoms. And they've even split up the atom into protons, neutrons, and electrons. They even broke up the atom. What happened? And this is something I'll talk about in Chapter 7. So when you talk about chemistry at this level, actually the math breaks down, calculus breaks down. Okay, someone for our engineering majors who take a lot of math, I presume, all that Newtonian calculus breaks down into a new math called quantum mechanics, which to me does not make any sense, because you can exist in two forms actually in that quantum mechanics state. So the Newton's calculus falls apart. There's a new math. When you talk about it at this scale, it's so small. Okay, it's not even. Atoms, you can fit like 1 million or 1 billion atoms in a pinprick. It's like picometers, 10 to the minus 9 meters is an atom. But this is like incredibly small. Okay, you cannot see this. Also, you cannot see this or you cannot see this. Okay, all you can do is observe them. All right, so we study this with our senses. We observe properties. Can be physical properties or chemical properties. But they break down into this, which can be further broken down into elements and atoms, which can be broken down into protons, neutrons, and electrons. Okay, so what is chemistry then? Okay, chemistry is all about transformation. Okay, I want to transform things. It can be transformations from solids to liquids, liquids to gas, gas to liquids, okay? Or it could be from solid to another solid. This is all about transformation of matter. Okay, transformation. So what level are we talking about here? We're talking about it at this level. Okay, are we talking about it at this level? Transformation. Are we talking about it at this level? Protons, neutrons, and electrons. Chemistry is all about the transformation of matter. Okay, trying to describe the transformation of matter even at levels that are unobservable, even at phenomena that are unobservable. Okay, at this level. Okay, so the chemistry is the transformation of matter. Okay, and then I will wrap up just in a couple of minutes here. Is describing the transformation of matter even at the level of the unobservable. Even at this level, we can't see this. Okay, we cannot see an atom. Okay, we can only guess its behavior and detect its behavior, but we cannot observe this. So not only the transformation here, which we can see, but also transformation, trying to describe that transformation at a level that we cannot see or even cannot fathom. Chemistry is describing the transformation of matter at the level of unobservable. That's here, here, and here phenomena. I'll wrap up by saying this. Okay, we're going to use our 5 senses. We're going to engage them with matter. We will describe them physically and chemically. We call that properties. And we're going to look at the transformation of these at this level, at this level, at this level. Okay, so that is what chemistry is all about. All right, so thank you guys for listening to this lecture. I will see you all, if you have me for lab, I'll see you today at 2. If not, I'll see you Thursday. Have a good day.